If you want to get back together with an ex that broke up with you, don't try to prove yourself to your ex. Let actions speak for themselves. I'm Coach Pearl, relationship coach. Let's get into it. So if an ex broke up with you and you want them back, you're probably thinking of all the different ways you can prove yourself to your ex because you want to prove to your ex that you've grown, that you've changed, that you two can make the relationship work. If an ex breaks up with you, you're probably automatically assuming that you did something wrong or that an ex just didn't like things about the relationship enough. And so you're obviously going to feel this burden of needing to prove to your ex that you guys could be happy, that you guys could be good with each other. But in reality, the more you try to prove to an ex how good you guys are for each other, the farther away you're pushing your ex because words don't really mean much to your ex. By trying to convince your ex, you're actually just pushing them away. The more you try to convince them, the more pressure they feel, the more overwhelmed, overstimulated they feel, and the more they will end up feeling like shutting down. They feel like they need their freedom and they feel like they are justified in not being in this relationship with you. So in reality, the harder you try to prove to your ex with words that you two could get back together and be happy with each other, the more overwhelmed your ex feels, the more pressure they feel, the more boosted their ego is, and the more they feel like they can do better than you. So it's really, really important to not try to oversell yourself and to prove yourself through words, and instead prove yourself through silence. And here's what I mean. By going into no contact and not communicating with your ex, you're proving to your ex your worth and your value because your ex no longer has access to all of the benefits that you provided them with. Your ex no longer has access to you. So now that your ex loses all of that, your ex is able to see the full worth and the full value of every single thing that you provided them with. So the best way to prove yourself is by actually removing yourself from the equation entirely and giving your ex the opportunity to just miss you, giving your ex the opportunity to just experience what it's like to lose you and to not like it. But the more you try to prove yourself with words, it just seems manipulative and it just seems like a desperate attempt to get them back. Think of it this way. If, for example, you want to buy a really nice luxury car, the luxury car salesman is not going to even need to try to sell you on that car because the car speaks for itself. The car is already a luxury vehicle. It already proves itself. And it's the same exact mentality here. You shouldn't try to prove yourself. You should let your own silence prove every single thing that it needs to prove to your ex. During no contact, you have to try to heal and detach. The more you detach, the more you reattract. If you need help with your breakup or situation with your ex, you could always book a private Zoom session or text me through the link in my bio. And as always, remember, you're stronger by two.